Why we can't wear the jeans? I like my jeans.
Which I got against China? Why? What's wrong with China? It's something I thought China was good for every. Well, let me stop.
Yeah.
You know, but
yeah,
everything is made in China. Just about
here, everything.
Yeah, it's so true.
Mostly.
I mean, from what I know, right?
Yeah, we ain't gonna get into the politics now. Don't put that in the comment section.
What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchet REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. Super excited about this video. If you're new to us and we're new to you, make sure you scroll down, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the post notification bell because we're on the road to 100K. And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
This episode of Reason Africa was made possible by our fans on Patreon. If you'd like to support us to keep producing quality content on a more regular basis, please consider supporting our channel on patreon.com/ReasonAfrica. Dressed to impress, you can hardly miss the loyal and unapologetic members of the sapeurs strutting down the streets of Kinshasa and Brazzaville, the capitals of neighboring Republic of Congo and the Democratic Republic of Congo, elaborately dressed in a wide array of top brands from Gucci and Christian Dior to Louis Vuitton and Yohji Yamamoto. The 1,000
Steve Harvey will be proud of y'all. All these suits. Steve Harvey will be proud. Y'all know he a suit guru, man. At the end of the day, he don't have a suit on. And to see all the brothers in suits, you know what I'm saying? Class. I'm saying class.
Yes.
US dollar three-piece suits, shiny black leather shoes, and flashy accessories are all part of an eccentric dress code and a suave demeanor to match. Being a sapeur is not only about putting together an outfit, but modeling it too. And they have turned their streets into runways, much like walking pieces.
This reminds me of...
I think I know what you're going to say.
I forgot the name of it. Yes, it was a movie.
I knew it.
But it was based on a true story. It was when, here in the United States, the men would dress up really, really nice. And they would have like these fashion shows. And they'll... you know, do all of these extravagant poses and all that. I forgot the name of it. It's at the tip of my tongue, but I just can't say it. But yeah, this is what that reminds me of.
And they will win items and foods and things for their family. You know what I'm saying? Even live with a few girls.
Okay.
Of art. Often referred to as the Dandies of the Congo, the sapeurs, or members of the Société des Ambianceurs et des Personnes Elegantes, or in English, the Society of Ambience Makers and Elegant People, take pride in buying expensive clothes, and their sharp and stylish way of dressing caught the world's attention. While many would not admit to the actual cost of their apparel, some boast of spending $5,000 on a single suit. They say they don't have many rules, except two sacrosanct guidelines. Thou shalt not wear thy trousers sagging low, and thou shalt not wear Chinese-made clothes. But the sapeurs are not millionaires. They are policemen, taxi drivers, carpenters, street vendors, and farmers. Part of the blue-collar workers in the two countries, where more than 60% of residents live on less than $2 a day. Both countries...
Why we can't wear the jeans? I like my jeans.
Which I got against China? Why? What's wrong with China? It's something I thought China was good for every... Well, let me stop. You know, but everything is made in China. Just about
here, everything.
Yeah, it's so true.
Mostly.
I mean, from what I know, right?
Yeah. We ain't gonna get into the politics now. Don't put that in the comment section.
Sit squarely on the low and middle income economies on the GDP per capita ratings, with average household income of just $2,000 per year. So, how is a trend like this even possible? Well, the arts have always been important to the Congolese people. And while Congolese artists are famous across the continent for their music and fashion, the sapeurs have taken the art of looking good to the next level.
I like it.
A sapeur might own up to 100 designer suits,
That's a lot.
some from France or Italy, with shoes from England, and maybe even a Scottish kilt.
Look.
Although every sapeur has their own unique style, certain looks are especially popular. Sometimes they receive gifts, but mostly they fund their own wardrobes, other times even trading their expensive clothes with each other to keep up an appearance of affluence. Spending this kind of money on polishing one's looks, buying Winston Churchill-like Hamburg hats to cane-wielding styled tycoons might seem lacking of serious value in a country like the DRC, or even the Republic of Congo for that matter. But the sapeurs aim to help people forget their troubles. The culture has become a subtle form of social activism, a way of rebelling against the economic conditions they live in. Some of them save up to buy second-hand designer brands, others rely on relatives abroad or shoplifting gangs in European cities to send them back the latest designer suits.
I don't know why I'm sitting up here getting emotional, but I just love when people persevere no matter what they're going through in life, you know, and that is a form of activism.
Yeah.
Just because you live a certain way, you don't have, you know, you don't have something that you're yearning for, does not mean you have to stay there. Y'all hear us so many times talk about where we're from, you know, and Dion and I, although we're both from like the same areas, like we come from two different backgrounds, and although we were raised a certain way does not mean that we had to stay that way. You know, even moving from not where we're from, but the last city we was in, up into Dallas, the Metroplex, people didn't understand why we were moving, and we just saw a different life for ourselves, you know, and just to see them dress nice. Okay, they could get into a ballroom with the way they're dressing, and knowing that they're living off of, what did he say, 2,000
a year.
A year?
2,000
a year. Like,
yeah, they killing it though, man.
They are.
They're definitely killing it. They are marching. This is a form of silent protest. Activism at its best, and they're definitely encouraging the youth to step up. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have to come up in an environment to think that they not worth it or they don't have no value. You know what I'm saying? You feel good when you dress good. You really do. You feel me?
Right.
And you can see it in their faces that they're happy and they're creating culture.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
So this is big.
Right. One of the things is no saggy pants.
That's big. Yeah. Cancel that.
That for real.
That's
now I would love to see the women dressed to the T too. Now, I did see a woman, but she was in the suit.
She was in a suit.
But I want to see the ladies dressed to the T and, you know, the formal wear. I would love to see that as well. But, of course, I can't just go around changing stuff.
Nah.
But yeah, I love it. I'm sitting here getting emotional just because of the reason they're doing it.
Yeah, the reason behind that. It's always a source of things. If you can figure out what the source is, you have a more understanding of why it's happening. Why people do the things they do and why they move the way they move.
Right.
But some people ignore what's happening and try to just judge what they see.
Right.
And they kind of get a misunderstanding at that point, you know? So, yeah.
Yes.
Contrary to popular belief, there are some wealthy sapeurs, lingala singers, gold and diamond dealers, and even surgeons. But most of them are like this group, who at the end of their strutting borrow money for bus rides to their homes. Not all Congolese are fans of the subculture and view members of the society as not having a serious purpose. But in the poorest enclaves of the capital cities, sapeurs are often treated like rock stars. Within their local communities, they are a source of inspiration and positivity. But the sharp contradiction between the sophistication and style that make a sapeur and the poor...
I gotta say, you gotta look at it from the woman's point of view too. They want to see their brothers look good. Like, they want to step outside and see the men like dressed to impress. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what like when people look at each other and they judge each other apparel. So when a woman step out and they see their brothers looking good and they see the men and the babies looking good, they feel good too.
Right.
I feel
Let's look at it this way. They are dressed for where they going. They said we ain't gonna always be like this, living in poverty, living however, you know. I'm
that's
just
a good
repeating
word.
the words that he said.
Yeah.
But look at it.
Yeah, you gotta dress where you're going.
Inspirational.
You gotta prepare yourself for the rooms.
When you dress good, you feel good.
Methods of living are seen as a clash of two worlds. Indeed, they are aware of their contrasting priorities, which they defend by arguing that a Congolese sapeur is a happy man, even if he does not eat, because wearing proper clothes feeds the soul and gives pleasure to the body. Despite the great sacrifices made to achieve their appearance, dressing up in such a refined and tasteful attire, ironically, is a way for the working men to escape and forget poverty, until Guinness came calling. When global marketers portray Africa, the goal is mostly humor or donations. Rarely do big-budget brands treat Africans as cultural equals, much less as inspirational role models. The sapeurs broke that trend with an advert in 2014 that...
Bro, I don't care. Like, at the end of the day, they're being role models. What environment, community do you know that can have a successful, thriving culture or generation with the absence of role models? None. You know what I'm saying? Like, from social media to parenting to fathering to mothering to mentorship. You know what I'm saying? Even inside the schools, when they're looking at their teachers and they see their teachers is very prosperous in their teaching and how they want to see the kids grow. Like, what environment you know is going to prosper without role models? I don't know any.
None. And I mean, it's better than them, you know, swallowing in their pain and their sorrow and being depressed. Like, if this helps them grow and push everybody to be happy when they see them, so be it.
Boy, I took out any other supplements and put on a suit. Can't beat that.
Not only celebrated the subculture, famed for their unique style and expensive fashion, but it also thrust them into the limelight. As the ad portrays, viewers are taken on an emotional journey, starting in Congo's sugarcane plantations, which then depicts the men's transformation as they change clothes and get ready for a night out with their friends in a local bar. At the end of the ad, the sapeurs strut and dance in a club as a crowd cheers them on. In reference to the proud sapeurs, the narrator aptly says, "In life, you cannot choose what you do, but you can always choose who you are."
Definitely. And going back to my comment earlier about back in the day when, you know, the African American men used to dress up like this, they were living in poverty areas. Now, I'm sure it was in other areas, but for the purpose of the movie that I watched, it was a poverty area. And I did go and research, and it was something that was happening. Like, it was a name that they called it, and they would win money and, you know, things like that. But to get a suit,
right,
they saved up some coins to purchase that suit.
Wow.
So this is basically the same thing.
Right.
The same thing that was going on.
It immediately became a hit, and millions of people became instant fans, while the philosophy of the sapeur society spread across the world. Although the phenomenon of the sapeurs is inspirational and captivating at first, it also has a dark side. Whilst making enough money to make and improve their standards of living, saving enough money to acquire the perfect French or Italian designer hat to match their shoes is the foremost priority for a sapeur, sad to say. But given the extreme poverty of the shantytowns in which most of the sapeurs live, it is worrying that a sense of fashion prevails over the generally accepted basic human needs. What started off as a political movement resulted into an obsession for these men who go to extreme lengths in order to sustain their elegant taste in fashion. The sapeurs culture has been in existence for more than 100 years. Their history can be traced back to the 19th century, when the Republic of Congo was a French colony, when young men sought to adopt and imitate French and Belgian clothes as a way of combating colonial superiority, and perhaps it was made more widespread by soldiers returning from Europe after World War I. So, the sapeurs take inspiration from the 1920s dandy styles of former French colonies, but impose their own twist and attitude to express their creativity. On the other side of the river Congo, Kinshasa, the capital of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, also saw an emergence of the sapeurs around the same time. In the 1970s, the subculture took an edge of resistance when then-President Mobutu Sese Seko banned the wearing of Western clothes in an effort to create a distinction from Belgian colonialists. Papa Wemba, one of Africa's most famous rumba musicians, credited with popularizing the sapeur look since the 70s with his group Viva la Musica, once said, "White people invented the clothes, but we Africans made an art of it." He promoted the sapeur culture, placing a heavy emphasis on the smart dress of all Congolese men, regardless of their social differences. Since then, sapeur swagger and the freedom of expression it represents have attracted legions of followers in Central Africa and beyond. A couple of years ago, the men paraded in their best Guccis and Yamamotos to the grave of one of Congo's most famous sapeurs, laid flowers, and marked the World Day of Sapeurs. All in all, the sapeurs are seen as a vital and life-affirming part of Congolese cultural heritage. A new guiding principle for the group is that it is not the cost of the suit that counts, but the worth of the man inside it. Whatever you think of the sapeurs, you've got to respect their tenacious dedication for elegant dressing. That's a wrap, guys. A massive thank you to our growing list of patrons. Your generosity is profoundly...
Alright, man. Hey, again, I say this so much. Sierra say this so much. Unity. These brothers get together. They paved the way for the generation. They showed light in places that looked like struggle was there. They made a change within their own environment by coming together, putting on an outfit that made them feel good. And like you said, it's not about the suit they have on, it's about the man inside of it.
Right, definitely. I agree with that. It's easy for people to criticize, when you really don't understand it and it's not you in that position. So we can't sit there and criticize the people for wanting to, focus so much on that. That is a movement. And obviously the movement has gone around the world, so they're doing something. And I'm sure people have started to reach out. Because that's just how the world is. There's a lot of good people out there, and all it takes is the right people to set their eyes on this so that they can help the people.
Yeah, somebody need to tag y'all biggest fashion stage guru so they can see this, because these suits are different. I ain't see these collections before.
Models, look at all the models.
Bro, I ain't see these collections.
Me either.
It's fine, nah. It's
look
fine.
at the models though.
How many brothers you know wake up every single morning, put on a suit to step out? I ain't talking about to go to church. I'm talking about to step out. Right. Seriously. You feel me?
Yes.
And they're free. They're free to move. They're free to do how they like. They're free to dress how they like and embrace it. You know what I'm saying? That's a freedom in this. It's not no bondage. It's just a freedom. So.
Right. And it's a movement for a reason. If they get sought out to be in Fashion Week across the world.
All they need is a photographer out there.
Right. Imagine how much money they can pour into their communities.
That's it.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
So we hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Like this video, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. We have enabled our super thanks if you like to support the channel that way, as well as our reaction request link is in our description box below. We'll see you soon.
Peace.